Here with Bryant head men's basketball coach Jared Grasso on the day of the announcement of Bryant's move to the America East Conference. And Coach, you mentioned in your comments on the stage just the chance to test your team against Vermont, a school like UMBC, which had, of course, a nationally wave-making NCAA tournament win. What other competitive elements of the conference, really top to bottom, might you be looking forward to as well?
You know, just it's a new challenge. It's a new league, new adjustment for us. We've never seen those teams before outside of New Hampshire. We played in the non-league, so it's a new challenge for our guys. And the America East is a conference. It's won games in the NCAA tournament. They've been 12 and 13 seeds to TJ Sorrentine beating Syracuse, to Vermont winning the NCAA tournament, UMBC beating Virginia, remember Albany having UConn on the ropes in the NCAA tournament. So it's a conference that's had really good success and it's won games in the tournament. For us is the next step where we're trying to get. So it's going to be a great challenge with really good programs and really good coaches, but our guys are excited about it.
And playing for a chance to get a higher seed maybe in the NCAA tournament in the future, just based on the America East history of its auto bids in that it's supposed to be 13, 15 range, or maybe even bump it up to 12 if you guys can get that net rating up. Just is that another particularly appealing thing? I mean, you guys just broke through making the NCAA tournament this year, but just playing for that much more on the line maybe in terms of seeding as well.
Absolutely, and that's a credit to the coaches in that league and the programs they've built. And yeah, I mean, for us, we're trying to put ourselves in position to win games in the tournament. My goal when I took over Bryant was to put us in position to be an NCAA tournament team, and we've taken that step, and we want to take the next step now, and it's going to be a challenge. America East is a really good conference, and again, with really good coaches and established programs, but we're coming in to win. We're not coming in just to take a back seat to anybody, and that's going to be our mentality. We want to compete for championships every year, and that's what our guys are going to work towards doing.
And your colleague on the women's side spoke about recruiting battles. You know, historically, as you guys have been in the NEC, you've been battling against America East schools for the same battleground of recruits regionally, and maybe lost out on some guys to establish maybe well-known basketball brands in the America East. So, what do you look forward to about getting the recruiting pedigree of being in this conference, and then really even more going head-to-head for kind of the same talent?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've recruited a little bit differently than some programs have. We haven't recruited against the America East a ton, and again, they've brought in really good players, but for us, we're trying to recruit the highest level of talent, and I'm sure we'll be in recruiting battles with schools in the conference now. But for us, it's about getting the best talent we can get and the best guys who fit our culture, our brand for academics and athletics here. And again, those guys have done an unbelievable job. You see what Vermont has done, and again, UMBC winning an NCAA tournament game against Virginia. So Jimmy Ferry did an unbelievable job at UMBC this year. Really good coaches, really good established programs. And I think it helps us in recruiting, knowing you're in a league that with name notoriety, people know Vermont, and people know the names of those schools who have had success. And again, there's a long line of teams that are really good in the conference. So I think that's something that will help us recruiting-wise, and it's something we can use to our advantage.
And you just mentioned it, alluded to it a bit. You've been aggressive in your entire tenure, Bryant, offering a wide variety of players from across regional bounds, maybe far more than any other NEC school has done regionally. Just where does that philosophy come from for you, and really getting Bryant on the map through an aggressive approach to recruiting?
We want to get the best players we can. If they're high school, junior college, transfers, we want to get the best players we can who fit us. Tough, competitive, want to get a great education, want to be a part of a winning program, and want to have the opportunity to play professional basketball. And so we've spread our wings as much as we can to try and get the most talented, high character guys, hard-working guys we can, and we're going to continue to do that. And again, we've been blessed to recruit against some high-level programs, Big East, Atlantic 10, and I think it's a credit to the university and all the things we have to offer here. Right now, the move to the America East, building a new arena, coming off an NCAA tournament, I think there's an excitement and a buzz about our program, and we're going to try and use that as much as we can recruiting to build the best team and best program we can.
And wrapping up, I'd be remiss. You guys have made waves. You certainly can't comment on a transfer if he hasn't signed yet. You've got a verbal commitment from Doug Eder from St. Peter's, who's just been well known from March Madness. You might not be able to comment on has he signed or if he hasn't signed. Can't comment. Coach can't comment on any transfers have not signed yet, but certainly with that news, another part of Bryant looking to rise in the America East now. But Coach, thank you so much for your time. Very much appreciated.
Thanks very much for having me.
Thank you.